Hi, thanks for checking out my senior recital. Before we get into it, I'd like to give special thanks to the faculty of the music department, as well as SCU Presents for helping me put this together. They've been really great and really supportive. I'm calling this project Snapshot because I want it to serve as a reminder for myself as I move forward of what I was able to learn and do after 4 years of playing music here. So in the spirit of that, the first tune I'd like to play is one that I played many times in different groups and different keys, including my very first audition here. And it's called All of Me. All of Me is an American standard written in 1931 by Gerald Marks and Seymour Simons, and I figured it was the perfect way to kick off my final concert here. So without further ado, this is All of Me. For the next tune, I'll be joined by my fellow student, Omar Garcia, and we'll be tackling the tune Inner Urge by saxophonist Joe Henderson. Inner Urge is probably the most complicated thing I decided to put on this concert, and we'll be trying it out as a piano-saxophone duo. Now, unfortunately, because of pandemic restrictions, I couldn't have Omar come into the same recital space that I was recording in, just because of airflow and stuff, so we decided to take it to the third story of the parking garage outside the art building. This is where we've been having our regular jazz combo rehearsals, as well as where we recorded our quarterly jazz concert. It was certainly a different sort of experience to record outside with wind blowing and the construction happening across the street, but we had a pretty good time doing it. So here is Inner Urge. For the next tune, we're going to slow things down a bit with a ballad called Darn That Dream by Jimmy Van Heusen. I'll be joined by the singer Sophia Flores. I've been playing music with Sophia for about 3 years now, and it didn't feel right to do one last concert without her on it. Now, unfortunately, we faced the same problem here as we did with Omar, where I couldn't have Sophia come into the space, so we tried a more asynchronous style of recording. Basically, I recorded a full take on the grand piano in the recital hall, and I sent that audio off to Sophia, where she recorded in her own home with equipment, and sent that back to me, where we mixed and mastered it, and then here's the full product. And that's basically the process we've been using throughout the pandemic to record several jazz concerts, and we've gotten pretty efficient at it. So here is Darn That Dream.
say you love me and you hold me tight, but when I awake, you're out of sight. Oh, darn, darn that dream. Darn your lips and darn your eyes. They lift me high above a moonlit sky. But when I awake, you're out of sight. Oh, darn that dream. Darn that one-track mind of mine. It can't understand that you don't care just to change the mood I'm in. I'd welcome a nice old nightmare. Darn that dream, but bless it too. Without that dream, I never would have you. But it haunts me and it won't come true. Oh, darn that dream. Darn that one-track mind of mine. It can't understand that you don't care just to change the mood I'm in. I'd welcome a nice old nightmare. Darn that dream, but bless it too. Without that dream, I never would have you. But it haunts me and it won't come true. Oh, darn that
The last couple of tunes on my recital will be a couple of originals that I wrote during the pandemic. The first of which will be a jazz waltz by the name of Farewell at Dawn. It will be a jazz trio piece that sort of evokes feelings of bittersweet goodbyes for me. And I'll be joined by bassist Josh Mitchell and drummer Lucas Moreira. I've been playing with Josh and Lucas for the last several years as well, And it was great to have him come on for one last gig. And I'm looking forward to working with them in the future. So here is Farewell at Dawn. The last tune I'm going to play for you guys is called Blindness. It's a sort of Latin funk fusion piece that I wrote coming out of all the work I put into my first and only gig at a salsa club. Josh and Lucas will be joining us from the last piece, as well as Aiden Gallegos on guitar, who is just phenomenal. It sort of took us a bunch of work to get this together. Several of us are commuting, so rehearsals was tough and usually cut short. But after a lot of back and forth communication, we finally got something together that I'm pretty happy with. So this is Blindness. Before we say goodbye, though, I'd like to give one last thanks to my advisors, Carl Schultz and Jonathan Dryden. They've been instrumental in helping me put together this repertoire and make it sound good. So thank you. And thank you to all of you for staying out around this long. Hope you liked it. So here is the last piece, Blindness.